EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the historic Pebble Beach golf links, live first-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. Starting around at Pebble Beach, it's all about excitement, anticipation, isn't it? And this 378-yard opening hole, not overly hard, so you can sort of ease into the round. Okay, that's a good one to start safely in the fairway to get the tournament underway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
He's got 103 yards to the front, 113 to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
And that will not even stay on the green. It is going to finish up on the fringe and a long way from home. Oh, how about that for a little early round confidence? That is in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at even par. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Well, Frank, we're back here at Pebble Beach for the second time this year. Now it's the Tiburon Championship. And listen, this is a tournament folks want to win. There's no doubt about that. But I think also most of our golfers have one eye on next week, and that is the PGA Championship. What do you think?
No doubt about that, Rich. But this is more than a tune-up. We know that because it is Pebble Beach. This is America's St. Andrews. So anytime there's a chance, not just to play, but play a tournament at Pebble Beach, most people are coming. Oh, that was unlucky too. If that ball had just slowed down, it could have been an eagle putt. Just kept going. Oh, just over the back.
This from about 10 feet. That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. That finished off for a par here with the second, and he'll stay at level par. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. This is a pretty hole, the third, 397 yards, just a gentle dogleg to the left, and you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dogleg, leaving yourself very short shot in, or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the fourth.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right, because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second. not much to this one. It's for birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fit. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Frank, here we are, another good scoring opportunity, the dramatic par 5/6.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Wonderful tee shot here. Biggest challenge is you cannot see the pin sitting on the green. Gonna have to pick out a point along the edge of the cliffs to get the ball on line.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. Moving on to the 106-yard par 3/7. One of the most beautiful holes in the world. Craggy rocks, blue skies, and the beckoning Pacific beyond. Absolutely breathtaking. Boy, that wind really knocked that one down. Not even going to reach the green. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Oh no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, gonna leave it on the lip. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. Frank, as you know, of all the sports played on land, golf's the one with the best views. This is as good as it gets, but you need to focus now on what's ahead of you. This 8th hole is a real challenge, isn't it?
It certainly is. The temptation is to pull the camera out, but really it's about what club you're going to pull off this tee. There's 2 runouts on the right side, about 250 yards, left side about 270, and really that white rock is a great indicator of the line.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Look here at birdie.
And this is definitely coming from his left, just slightly down the slope.
Okay, not a bad read there on the left to right. It just comes up a little short. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th, and he'll remain at 1 under par. We finished the front side with what is often considered the most difficult hole at Pebble Beach, 483-yard par 4 9th, ocean all down the right, and bunkers and deep rough on the left. No room for error here. Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot. Now watch this go. Oh, he's going to trundle right on down the slope. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
This one on the slow side as he'll try to get this one close. Oh, never in doubt. What a great putt that is. It's a birdie here at the 9th, and that finishes off a strong front 9. It's a 33, 2 under par. Now beginning the inward half here at Pebble Beach, and it is some start to this backside, Frank. A big, bold par 4, once again running the entire length of the Pacific Ocean along the right.
Yeah, visually it's stunning, no doubt about that, with the world's largest hazard there on the right. So your mind does go to the left side of this fairway, but you don't want it to go too far left. Those 3 bunkers, they're very much in play. But really aim in the left side of this fairway because the fairway does kick to the right.
You can't drive it much better than that. That's the quick pickup of the tee right down the middle. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
It's right around 117 yards to the front of the green. 133 the number, all the way to the flagstick. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Eight-foot putt here. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th, and he'll stay at 2 under. We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. That one up the right side. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. A little over 80 yards here as he gets set for his second. This could be a good one.
I always looked inside that 15 feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
This will move to his right for birdie. A good opportunity lost there. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll stay right where he is. First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that is that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
That is not the spot to be. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. Here we are at Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
122 is the number. Pin tucked in the front left-hand portion of the green today.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Sizable putt from 16 feet. Nope. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta. Oh, that second shot took some force on this par 5 just to get it into the greenside bunker. Now well positioned, especially with a little savvy bunker shot.
And that will work its way just off the green and set up a shot from the fringe. This is an 11-foot putt. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Yeah, that's a good roll there to come away with just a bogey at this par 5. And he'll drop back now to 1 under par. You may have heard of the 17-mile drive near Pebble Beach. It's scenic. It is one you absolutely want to put on your bucket list, but you don't want to get there by chasing a tee shot onto the road. That's what can happen if you blow it way right here at 15, if you do keep it in play. At 393 yards, this 15th hole is absolutely one on which you can make a birdie. Oh, that's not going to be good. It'll take some effort from this buried lie, but a chance now to still reach this green in 2. Made excellent contact from that lie, but Frank, as you know, it's still difficult to control where the ball goes and how far it goes.
Yeah, you've got to have such a strong left hand when you're trying to get through that rough, because if the grass grabs the hosel a little bit, just pulls it, so it sends that ball to the left.
Par 4, 16th hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee?
You don't need driver here for a start, Rich. It's a long iron or even a fairway wood. Now, you see that big gaping bunker in the middle of the fairway? That's not really in play. 205 yards gets over that, but that's the line. If you look closely up the right there, those 2 bunkers, you just see a little sliver of the bunker, the left of the 2 on the right. That's sort of a no-no. So anything slightly left of that runs out about sort of 280 yards, that is prime.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
He's left himself 133 yards to the flag. And that wind is herring from left to right, so you need to factor that in as you start this ball.
This one's looking good.
Another beautiful strike and a chance for back-to-back birdies.
This round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And he'll move to 3 under par, just 3 back. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. The 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. Had a nice upslope to work within the bunker. Always makes it an easier shot, able to take advantage of it. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay at -3. Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. 18T, Pebble Beach.
It's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. 2 of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, this hole, when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot with another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
A dead-on look here for birdie. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. That's got to wind up an opening round 68, 4 under par. Final look at the opening round leaderboard. It shows our featured golfer just 2 back at day's end.
Makes that second round even more important, Rich. Don't want to get too adrift come moving day.
So for Frank Nobilo, notably gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.